What's up, everyone? West Coast Stacker here. So, last week, it was last Thursday, got a somewhat interesting phone call. So, had a call coming through on my cell phone. It's a number out of Florida. I usually don't answer numbers I don't know, but for some reason, I decided to answer it. We'll just call the guy Jim. So, I answer the phone. He says he's Jim with such and such collectibles. Okay, I know where this is going. As I'm sure many of you have experienced, if you've ever bought one of those deals in the past where they have gold at spot price, whether that be a 10th ounce, you know, gold or 20 ounce or 1/20th of an ounce or quarter ounce or whatever, you end up getting put on, a mailing list essentially, and you'll end up receiving cold calls like this. So I had never dealt with Jim before in my life, never talked to him. So he calls, tells me who he's with. Okay, let's hear out your spiel. So essentially, he starts off with, "Hey, we just got a bunch of Morgan dollars in, and you're a bullion stacker, and you like to collect silver. So, just wondering if you want to get in on this deal, blah, blah, blah." And I sort of shut him down here. I'm not really in the market for Morgan silver dollars right now. And I had a feeling they had fairly high premium on them. Just obviously, if he's cold calling people trying to get rid of them, they probably do. I told him, right now it's pretty close to the holidays. I'm not really in the market for anything right now. And in general, I'm more, I like to stack by weight for the most part. And that's when the conversation shifted, and it took kind of a, different turn than what I thought it was going to be. So he goes, you know, so what are you in the market for? What do you usually buy? And I told him, basically whatever I can get for the cheapest. I said, right now the market's kind of high. I said, last I looked at spot price, we were at $64.31 an ounce. And he goes, no, we haven't hit $64 yet. And I said, you might want to check the spot price. He looks at it, he goes, oh, wow, yeah, the high today was 64.71. Yeah, you're spot on. And I said, yeah, and gold's at, 4,280 an ounce. And he looks, he goes, yeah, 4,281. He goes, are you a day trader? I laughed and I said, no, I'm not a day trader. I do dabble in the stock market as well as precious metals, but I do follow things very closely. I like to keep myself informed. He said, oh, okay, well, and again, the conversation shifted a little bit because he could tell I knew what I was talking about, and, he's not trying to push any Morgans on me anymore. Then he asked me, he goes, well, what's your exit strategy look like? When are you looking to sell the silver that you have? He goes, when's the last time you bought any? I said, the last time I bought any silver was I went to a coin show, and the spot price was just under 50 an ounce at the time, and that was the last time I bought. I think the most expensive thing I bought per ounce other than a graded coin was $50 an ounce for some gold eagles. And I said, I've been buying silver since price was in the teens per ounce. He goes, well, when are you looking to sell? I didn't have an answer for him. I really don't know what my exit point is, or if I have an exit strategy or point at this point in time. I have a long time still till I hit retirement age. I'm 38 right now. I still have quite a ways to go till I need to really think about cashing anything in unless there's an emergency. So I told him that, and I said, I'm not sure what my exit strategy is. And he says, yeah, all you bullion stackers are the same. None of you have an exit strategy. You just want to hold. And I said, well, hold on here. I mean, there's somewhat of a method to the madness. Most people are holding onto it for a rainy day or for retirement purposes, and I'm nowhere near retirement purposes. And I mean, it has been raining up here a lot in Seattle, but it's not that kind of rainy day for me. I said, but you do have somewhat of a point. Especially if you go on Reddit and you're looking at, silver stackers on there, there's a lot of them on there. If you were to ask them, what's your exit strategy? Oh, I'm never getting out. I'm never getting out. I'm passing it down to my children or my grandchildren, yada, yada. So it just made me think, okay, where is my exit? What do I plan to do? I mean, I basically, part of my investment strategy with this is part of it's a hedge, but it's more than a hedge. And it is a good portion of my investment portfolio overall. It's not, I'm sure there are a lot of stackers out there that are, if you looked at a pie chart, silver is like the biggest chunk of their investment. That's not the case with me. Silver's not the biggest part. It is a good size part, but it's not the biggest. So I wanted to, pose the question to you guys out there. What's your exit strategy? I'm curious. Anybody that's watching out there that's buying and stacking silver, where are you looking to get out? What's your end game with purchasing silver or gold or, platinum, whatever it is that you buy? Just pulling these out just to look at this too for the hell of it here. But yeah, I'm just curious, where do you guys stand with things? Ooh, that's a nice looking toned one right there. Nice rainbow toning and a little bit on that one too. Yeah, because like I said, I have a long time to really, I think, a long time to really mull this over. I mean, if a shit hits the fan situation comes and people are taking silver in as trade at that point, well, that I'm in a good place for that. But, the odds of that happening are, even though a lot of people like to think, hey, it's coming, the odds are still, fairly slim that we're going to be in a situation that's that dire. So where do I get out? Probably for me, it's probably closer to retirement that I slowly start cashing things in and using that for those purposes. But yeah. Anyways, tell me what you guys think. And like, subscribe, and keep on stacking.